Alright, I've been cleaning my kitchen, as you can see. Got my dishes taken out of the bottom of my oven here. And there's my mouse traps I was using. If you look in the bottom of this, you can see there's some mouse turds down in there. That's what I've been dealing with. I was going to make another pro cooking, but I obviously can't cook while there's mouse turds in my oven. So I'm going to clean those out with a vacuum. I've got this stuff, which is this big gap filler I got at Lowe's. I'm also multitasking. I'm going to marinate some deer meat in there, and I'm cooking some oven things in, or cleaning some oven things in there. I've been cleaning this stuff off, and I got some bleach in this I've been wiping stuff off with, so covered that up so the fumes wouldn't pass me out. So I'm going to see if I can get some light in here. See that hole in there? That is where the mice have probably been coming from. There's a cable that goes through there, and I think they just widened that hole out to get into my apartment through there. Those little bastards. So, this is reminding me of my Mormon trap video where I had to get down on the ground and hide from Mormons. Alright, let's see how good this shit works. I've used this before on an air conditioner. So this stuff will foam up and it'll solidify. I probably won't keep any mice out, but if they come through, at least I'll know that they came through. I can actually poke through and just keep spraying some shit. I don't know if this is eventually going to go into my neighbor's apartment, or I'm going to spray a lot of it. Alright, now it's starting to come out. So that's probably enough. Yeah. Try to get at me now, bros. I've demoused my kitchen. I think I'm ready to start cooking, finally. Still haven't washed my dishes that were in the mousy area. But this stock pot was over here, which is away from the mousy area. So I think it should be good. So I'm going to put some, I guess water in that. I'm going to put some fixins and then some, let's see, I've got stewed tomatoes. I've got this broth. So together, that should end up looking like this. Which is some beef stew with, this has got peas. I don't have any peas. Carrots I got, potatoes I got, deer meat I got to replace the beef meat. So pretty much everything that you find in a beef stew, I have. I also have some onions I'm going to be putting in there. So, and they don't even have tomatoes with this. So, thinking about garlic, salt, and let's see, I had this stuff, which is hickory smoked marinade. I thought it might give it a little flavor. But this, I don't know, the marinade, you're supposed to soak it in the meat for 24 hours. So I might have to do that. I'll put it in this bowl and marinate some, and I'll fry some tomorrow maybe, or something. I'll put a little bit in there, maybe some Worcestershire sauce, some garlic salt. We'll see. Okay, step one, peel the potatoes. Got the water boiling, hopefully that's enough water for the amount of potatoes I'll be using. I think the potatoes will take the longest to cook, so we're going to throw those in first. The whole thing should take maybe 2 hours. Sounds about right. Grab a knife. Guess half potatoes. Yeah, sounds about right. Should have had one of these back when I was in the army. Saved me so much time. Oh, fucking balls! Ah, cabinet doors. Bane of T2's existence is cabinet doors. My one weakness. Okay, give them a quick rinse. Unlike that first one I just threw in there, didn't rinse it. Should be fine. Plop plop. I think that's plenty of potatoes. For those of you that don't have tripods in your kitchen, you're too short to see, that's what boiling potatoes will look like. Alright, once again, we have let our meat soak overnight. Some vinegar water. Yep. That's a nice... What is that? Still got ice on it. It's definitely a ham, so I'll use that for sure. Gotta chop this up into stewed pieces, stew-sized chunks of meat. Should probably be using a butcher knife for this, a steak knife. Yeah, there we go. Now we're playing with the big boys. Get some of that fat off of there. Or I could leave it on. I need a little bit of fat. Fucking deer meat so lean. Hardly ever get any fat. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Slippery. Damn deer's still trying to get away from me. So that's our meat. I think this will be enough. So now we just plop it in there. Oh, some more water. Piece of meat went down my garbage disposal. That sucks. I'll probably be able to fish that out without tearing my hand off. There we go. It should be on high. It's gonna take forever to do it on medium. Yeah, boil that shit. Now, since we have this leftover meat, I'm going to make marinade. And I'm going to throw some salt in there. And then open up this bottle of marinade. And do it like so. Marinade. Still got a little bit left for another marinade later on. Or just a shy. Bloop, 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 bloop. And that'll be good. Okay. It's been about 50 minutes or so. So the whole thing takes 2 hours. That's about half the time. I'm going to start adding in the carrots. Probably heard the expression, it's the meat and potatoes. Probably because you start a stew with just the meat and potatoes. Just because they take longer to cook. God, I'm splashing boiling water everywhere. Try this. Some meat stuff is starting to stick to the sides. I don't know, some people eat carrots just raw like this. It seems gross to me. I don't mind if they're cooked, but... Alright. There we go. So I'm planning on letting this water boil down so there's not as much of it. Then I'll put in these 3 cans of beef broth I have over here. With the tomato juice and the tomatoes. This should make quite a good stew. I guess I could go ahead and throw some garlic powder in there. Might add a little flavor. I don't know if you're supposed to put the broth in right now or at the start. Oh, fucking balls! God damn it! Fucking my straps just went off. Shame we didn't get that on camera, but started a little chain reaction. Something like this happened. Ah, fuck! And then, huh? Oh, I guess that one already triggered. Mouse traps went everywhere. Luckily they didn't pop over into the stew. Then I'm eating goddamn gross mouse germs. Okay. Just gonna go take my heart medicine, which I don't have, but if I did. Did I even put any salt in? I don't remember if I put the salt in. Just adding some more. And then I was gonna give it a stir. So I'll stir it with this ladle so I can ladle it out later. Yeah. Have a look at the meat. I'm Yeah, fucking pepper in my nose. Yeah, this meat's getting pretty good and cooked already. So it's very similar to the Dave stew from Pure Ownage. If you've seen me make that video. Only this is deer meat, and we're gonna have some broth and stuff in it. So you don't want to completely cover your pot because the steam will just get trapped in there. It actually might be good. I don't know, maybe it'll cook faster and harder, but leave a little space so it can get out like that. I also got a big thing of garlic bread to eat with it, so it should be good. Okie dokie. It is about time. Yeah. The water's boiled down a bit. Potatoes are looking like they're getting close to getting done. Just have to open some cans. Whoop-ass. So I was looking on the back of these beef broth cans. They don't say how much you're supposed to use. It's kind of basically use it however you want. I figured it might be like soup, like it's concentrated. You gotta like add some water to it, which we're going to be doing anyway. I guess beef is the closest thing to venison as you could have. I was thinking with the amount of stew in there, I probably didn't put nearly enough garlic salt or garlic powder. So I'm gonna add a little bit more of that. So a big container and a lot of spice, a lot of spice. Yeah, that's a lot of spice right there. Ooh, that's a good way to do it. So in we go. The broth. Now this is interesting. So looking at the prep instructions. I don't know if you can read that. Use in your favorite recipes or serve as a hot beverage. The fuck is drinking beef broth as a beverage? I mean, KFC gravy I could understand, but it's just gross. It's a beverage? I guess I could. No! Gah! You don't want to drink that as a beverage. Throw in the tomatoes. Yeah. God, why did I drink that? I always do crazy shit when I'm making a video. I gotta stop doing that. Now that's looking more like a stew. Beefy deer stew. Son of a bitch, guys. Fucking, look at my eyes. Can you see this shit? There's snot running out of my nose. Because I just cut some fucking onions. These are the worst goddamn onions I've ever seen. Fucking get in your tear ducts. Just fucking ruin your face. God damn, these are some spicy onions. I guess that means they're ripe. I don't fucking know. Shit. I forgot to put them in. I got like, it's already time to take the stew out pretty much, but I forgot to put the onions in, so I gotta put them in now. Ah, shit. Okay, time for the finishing touches here. Just broke my off a piece of this frozen bread. So, slip together. Just put it like that, and then pop it in the oven. And by the magic of television, it's done. Lovely garlic toast in the blink of an eye. Okay. So let's see how this stew turned out. By the way, I just came up with the best name for this. I don't know why nobody's ever thought of this for deer meat. Bambeef stew. That's what I'm going to be calling this. It's like beef stew, but it's more Bambi in it. More of the meat sinks to the bottom, looks like. There's the potatoes. Oh yeah. Make myself a big bowl of this shit. Ah, fuck. Got some Bambeef on my stove. Hot. Spicy meatball. Alright, so I ended up taking about 3 hours to cook this instead of 2 because of the onions, and can't overcook stew, really. Although this is still really piping hot. I've probably got way too many carrots in this. Look at it. Should probably test out this garlic bread and see if I got it good. Oh yeah. So the key in cooking is getting all the ingredients to come together at the right time. So I started with the potatoes and the meat. Put in the carrots after that. And then the onion and the tomatoes and the beef broth and stuff. So it should all be good and cooked the same amount. Put some salt and pepper on there. Just because, man, I can tell this is going to be super hot. I've had it on low for like the last hour or something. Potatoes are good. So yeah, the meat's done. It's fucking steaming. And the carrots are soft. So yep. That's pretty much like the old beef stew, The broth, it's a little watery. It's not as thick as when it comes out of a can. It's just like any other stew I usually make. Just a little bit more beefy. I would have one of those little disclaimers saying no animals were harmed in making this film, but that would be lying. Several animals died in making this film, because a man's got to eat. I can't have mice in my kitchen.